ChatGPT built this project management tool that holds real data from a single JSON file. It created a company, clients, teammates, tasks, due dates, urgency, and so much more. I made some changes to the app. It quickly made the changes, saved them, changed some tasks. It stayed there because it has a database. My name is Corey McLean, and I help entrepreneurs and business owners learn AI and grow their business. And in this video, I'm going to be talking to you about ChatGPT sites because this feature is something that everyone should be talking about, but no one is talking about. So I'm going to simply explain what it is, how to use it, and some of the things that you can actually do with it, and it's going to blow your mind. The biggest difference between ChatGPT sites and Claude Live Artifacts is that Claude Live Artifacts is going to allow you to see your personal work, while ChatGPT sites is building something for other people to access. Instead of having an HTML dashboard that's showing you your information, which is something that you can do with ChatGPT sites, you can take things a step further and you can create your own website or platform for team members or other people to sign into, if you will, where they can access content, upload documentation, client onboarding tools, and so much more. If you go to ChatGPT Work and you click on sites, you can see the sites that you've created. And if I click on this one to open it in the browser and you look on the side, it's open inside of ChatGPT Works browser. So you click on this and then you go through the regular sign-in workflow. And now that I've gone through the sign-in workflow, you can see that it says, by continuing, ChatGPT will share your name, email, and profile picture with Skillbase AI Skills Inventory to link your account. Skill-based AI Skills Inventory will not receive your chat history. And so I press continue. This way, I always know who's had access to my account, my site, etc. And as you can see, I have a couple of skills uploaded, but this is a cool way that you can create something identical to a live dashboard, or I can create a personal website or a resume or portfolio place where a person could go check out some of my work. And while those are some good use cases, I don't believe that those are the primary reasons that you should be excited about this new feature. The main reason anyone should be excited about this new feature is the possibility of replacing so much software, which is the first thing I think that AI is actually going to eat alive, because now you can build your own websites and your own lightweight apps. And in the future, you're probably going to be able to build some heavyweight apps as well. So one of the first things you might want to start thinking about is, what is something that my team needs or something that my team uses on a daily or regular base? Number one. And then the second thing you probably want to start thinking about or asking ChatGPT, can we replace this with ChatGPT sites? When you're ready to create your first ChatGPT sites, click on sites and then go over in the top right corner and click on create. And then ChatGPT is simply going to ask you, create a website that, and you explain to it what you're looking for. I gave ChatGPT a very detailed prompt, basically telling it to make me a site using this company data. Now, if you're at a larger company or you have more than a handful of teammates, then you're probably not going to want to upload your data like I did in this ChatGPT conversation. You're probably going to want to use ChatGPT Work and then point the AI at a folder that holds your company data. And now ChatGPT has completed building our site. And so we can look over here on the side. We see that we have overview, we have tasks, we have projects, we even have workload, and there's so much more that we can do to update this. So let's say I come over here to do this week and I have collect product photography right here, and I look and it's in waiting. Let's say I go and put it to in progress. And then I change it from Jordan and I say, I want to assign this to Sophia. And I change the due date from July 13th. And I say that it is due on the 14th. We have tags. And then we can see that Jordan also left a comment. Client promised final photography by end of day. But I might be assigning this to Sophia to follow up on because Jordan had an emergency and he couldn't finish the day out or whatever the reason is. I close it and it persists. It's there. I don't have to click save or anything like that. And I can click on any of these tasks and it's going to open up and show me the detailed view of it. And then we also have filters. So we have all projects, all owners, high priority. I might want to change this and say, just show me what's due this week, or just show me what hasn't started yet. And so now I can see all of the different tasks that haven't started, which are only a few. When I click on these projects right here, this is the project overview. Nothing happens. Let's just say I wanted to click this and it would show me the pop-up of all the tasks. Then all I would need to do is go back into ChatGPT and tell it, nothing's wrong with the app that you built, but one thing that I would like at the overview section with the different companies, I would like those to be interactive elements. And when I click on them, I would like them to show me or pop out to a full list of tasks that are due for that particular company with relevant filters. Can we also add a light mode, dark mode option? Send the prompt over and then ChatGPT is going to do exactly what we requested. And so now we have our light mode, dark mode toggle that I requested. And now these are interactive just as I requested. Let's click on one and see if it performs the way that I requested. And just like that, we see that it does open up with the projects with the filters I requested. So it's just that easy to edit the app and get what you want done. And if we open the Harbor Spring campaign and we go to the collect product photography, we see that it's still assigned to Sophia Ramirez, like I changed it. And we see that the project manager's comment is still available because the data persists. It is backed by a database. This is not just an HTML dashboard like Claude Life artifacts. This is truly the next level. You can build real tools, real software to use and get real work done. So what tools, tasks, or other items came to mind that you were thinking about while you were watching this video that you could probably recreate, replicate, or replace with ChatGPT sites? Let me know in the comments. And if you got value out of this video, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, hype it if you can. And as always, take care, have a great day. And I'll see you in this next video where I'm showing you how ChatGPT replaced my 14 mega prompt workflow into one skill that grows my YouTube channel. It's crazy, this new feature that they added. You got to check it out. I'll see you over in the next video.